what's up YouTube? It's me, Eric B, and welcome back to the channel. I'm back at Flip My Cycle in Fayetteville, and today I'm doing a first ride on a 2017 Suzuki GSXR-750. Coming up. Alright, so I'm glad I was able to get my hands on a 750 for you guys so I can do a review on it. But looking at this thing, man, the body lines look good. I like the color. You know me, I like yellow bikes, and this one's nice. Now, the only thing I don't like is the headlight. So I'm not a fan of that style of headlight. I like the older model, 2004, 2005, and I also like the newer GSXR 1000, the little smaller headlight that comes on that. Other than that, it's probably like really my only dislike on the bike so far as the looks goes. I like the sweet Yoshimura pipe that comes on it, and as far as any upgrades, that's about it right now that I'm seeing right off the bat. We also got some frame sliders, and don't mind the pollen. So it's getting really bad right now. The pollen is everywhere, and it's actually starting to warm up. It's almost 80 degrees out right now. All right, so real quick, let me go ahead and power her on so you guys can hear what she sounds like. Yeah. Alright guys, let's get her out on the road, see how she does. But before we do that, as always, let's cut to the B-roll. Alright, let's get going here. Man, it is hot today. Woo! Sweating. This thing has a couple power modes, A and B, which I would assume that A is the fastest mode. Oh yeah. So B mode is definitely way detuned. Like I had it like pegged and it wasn't going anywhere. So this is definitely a good mode for wet weather or if you're a newer rider. Alright, so as far as the weight goes, this thing feels like a 600 to me. And I think that's true with most 750s. You know, you get kind of the best of both worlds. So you get the weight of the 600, but a little bit of the power of a liter bike. Alright, so far so good. You know, you can't really go wrong with a GSXR. So I'm gonna hit this turn one more time, see how she feels. Get to this car to get around here. First impressions, man, this thing is nice. So compared to a 600, I think it has the weight and handling characteristics of one. But man, it pulls like a 1000. Not exactly like a 1000, but man, it's pretty close. I think for a little bit, this thing could give a 1000 a run for its money. Straight up top end, 1000 is just gonna pull. The 1000 still has, you know, a little bit more torque. So in terms of torque, this thing has 150 horsepower and 63 foot-pounds of torque. A 600 has around 40-ish, somewhere in there. So you're definitely getting a lot more power. Handling wise, no issues, man. I mean, I was only doing, you know, long right-hand sweeping turns there onto the on-ramp. and it feels really good. Like I said, it's lightweight, so it just dips into the turn. It's a really great bang for the buck. Also, this thing is very smooth, I've noticed. So coming from my 600 and jumping on this, just a ride, it just feels a lot smoother when you're at speed. And you know, like I said in other videos, it probably could be, you know, this is just a newer, more refined bike. Mine's a little bit older, so seen some mileage. Alright, so can you start off on a 750? Alright, so as always, I always tell people to start off on something smaller, like a 300, a 400, something like that, a 650. But you can start off on a 600 too. This, I would say you could, just because of the power modes. So that B mode, like, you really don't have to worry about having a twitchy wrist or anything like that, because when you peg the thing down, it won't go anywhere. And it's not too heavy for you to handle, so it'd be just like, you know, hopping on a 600 or something like that. And then later on, as you know, progress and get better, you don't have to get another bike. You literally can just switch the modes and you're good to go. So I think this would be a good bike for anybody. Alright, so the looks of the bike, very good looking bike. I just don't like the headlight. That's really my only dislike. And I'm still a big fan of the K4, K5s, but these newer models look pretty good as well. Okay, so as far as the comfort goes, this bike is really comfortable. Gixxers are known for being pretty good in that department compared to some of the other sport bikes. Seat's not too hard. You sit more down into the bike. You're not kind of on top of it, lean forward aggressively. Flip around here. Yeah, do you really need a 1000 when you have a 750? I don't know, man. Just because 1000s still have a lot of torque. They have a lot of top end if you want to do some highway pulls and stuff like that. But once again, you get the best of both worlds, man. You get the power kind of a 1000, and you get the weight and handling of a 600. So I don't know, man. There's nothing wrong with a 600 if you decide to go that route. It's just you have to rev the piss out of them in order to you know, really get the most out of them. I just think a 750 is a good balance. And you know, if you're starting out on something like this, you won't have to upgrade as fast, you know. You could probably stick with something like this for a really long time. All right, guys, tell me down in the comments below, man, who has a 750? Let me know what you think. Would you definitely take this over a 600 if you were just starting out? Oh yeah, definitely whip this bad boy around. Whip it real good. Maybe put a quick shifter on this thing. Oh, this thing would be nice. So this does also have Brembo brake calipers on it, and the brakes are pretty good. So anything pretty much that I've done a first ride on that has Brembo brakes, they've always all been good. No issues there. I think where you start having issues, especially on the Gixxers, is when it gets on the track, and you start having a lot more brake fade when you're constantly braking over and over again. Overall, a really good bike. Honestly, you can't go wrong with whatever you get. It's really whatever you want to do with it, you know, between a 600, a 750, and a 1000. They're all great bikes. All right, guys, so that was a real quick down and dirty on the old Gixxer 750. I really do like this bike. It's nice. Like I said, 600 characteristics with a 750 motor slapped in it, and you get kind of the best of both worlds. So if you are looking for this Gixxer 750, check out Flip My Cycle. They have this and a ton of other great selections to choose from. If you are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace.